Help support AMTV by becoming a patron, an AMTV staff member, and following us over on Twitter.
Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another episode of the Now Review. And for this instalment we're going to be taking a look at a spin-off that I'd arguably think is very, very lazy in its execution. For this week we're going to be taking a look at Now That's What I Call No.1 Hits. So now No.1 Hits, let's have a look at the cover. So we have a lot of pool balls, the spots and stripes variant that just have the No.1 on it. Okay, sure thing. Nice title like the red and white there, but maybe something a bit more imaginative than just some pool balls that say 1 on them, maybe. There's your spine, nice and simple navy blue on white text. But then, of course, we must delve into this all-important track list. And it says No.1s from the 21st century. Okay, here's my thing with this. You can put 21st century, no problem, but shouldn't this be marketed a bit more from the front? I mean, someone might see this and think, wow, No.1 hits maybe from like across the 70s, 80s, 90s, etc. Nope. This is just from 2000 onwards. But anyway, let's have a look. So starting with Love Yourself, 7 Years, Viva la Vida, yeah. And scrolling down. So a lot of obviously modern songs here. Some are on the cusp of the new millennium. A lot of them are more modern though, as you can probably tell. Let's shoot on up to the second disc. So the Chainsmokers, Major Lazer, Omi, Nelly, you know. A lot of these that you will find on the numbered nows, and this is one of my main problems with this. I'll get to that in a bit though. And then moving on to CD3, you've got Katy Perry, Jessie J, Sam Smith, etc. all going down. A lot of good songs, don't get me wrong, of like the modern era in my opinion, but and this is from the official charts, or they're affiliated with it. This came out in 2016 is the copyright date here, and as you can probably guess, the main problem is there's going to be a lot of overlap with other Now albums, but I will delve more into the track listing later on. For now, we're going to take a look inside. So this one actually, thankfully, doesn't advertise the app. It has this nice big blurb here, just sort of talking about No.1 positions, like some older artists like Elvis, Queen, The Beatles, Take That, Spice Girls, Blur and Oasis. And then it's talking about basically how digital formats have changed the game, basically, and now how there's like, you know, far more No.1s, etc., far more million sellers. It's got all your modern acts there, etc. So yeah, a lot more No.1s, but of course, so please enjoy the collection of solid gold No.1 hits. Every one of them is a winner. That is surely subjective. You can also search every chart in history by date all the way back to 1952. How fascinating. I actually quite like they advertise that, because that's something I think fans might like to do. I'm surprised Now haven't done maybe like, I know they've done a year's compilation from their inauguration in 83, but I'm surprised they haven't gone back further. Anyway, here is CD1, which is still like, you know, the pool ball. I actually quite like the font. I'm really into fonts and stuff, but like the font for the No.1 here on the design, it's actually quite a nice disc. It's just, it's a shame it works here and not necessarily on the cover. And then CD2 is continuing with the pool ball theme, though No.2 and No.3. And I actually quite like these discs. These are an example of, you know, simple design, but they actually work really well together. So, good job on that Now, team. So, as I said, my main gripe with this is the track list. It is from the 21st century even. A lot of them are, you know, modernish songs. There are some from the early 2000s. But you look at all these spin-offs, a lot of them focus on modern songs. So many of these songs, if not every single one of them, is either available on a main Now, the numbered series, or another spin-off. Which means, if you're not a collector like me or some others, if you just want to, you know, go for specific albums, then this really isn't the thing for you. I can recommend much better albums in the spin-off series to get. I mean, or if you want to go really cost-effective and you just want modern hits over like the last 20 years or so, then yeah, this might be a good one for you. But if you're definitely looking for variety, this album is not the place, and that's why I think it's very lazy. For No.1 hits, you could have opened that up to No.1 hits of, you know, the past. I know they have other albums that do that, but I just think this is a bit poorly marketed. Now, where did I pick this up from? I got this from a CEX for a grand total of £1. That's right, even they know the worth of this is not that much. Just to note that some of the CEX stores may price them higher. The price was actually £8 on the tag, and they scanned it for £1. I don't know if that was a mistake or if that's just been a printing error, but I just paid £1 for this. You can still pick this up in modern shops like HMV. I believe it's still being sold there in the 2 for £15 range, but otherwise I would get this second hand. I don't think I'd pay £9 for this new. So overall, sadly, yeah, a very lazy album in my opinion. One of my least favourite of the spin-offs, and I only really picked it up because at the end of the day it was cheap. So, I mean, £1 you can't really say no. So, yeah, a bit disappointing, sadly. A few songs on there that would surprise me as to why they were on there and that I didn't own already. But yeah, the vast majority of this you probably will already own in some other compilation, whether that be now or otherwise. And that is all for this instalment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and until the next one, I will see you guys next time.
Thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and a special thank you to Macra, Jen Samantha Pringle, Kelly is Live, Tracy Smith, Hooks Media, Ben Freeman, Ethan Carberry Holt, The Welsh Lady, Bruce Danton, The Broken Kitsumanoid, and Cooking at Nans and DIY, our AMTV staff members.